Well, what's up guys? Welcome back to today's video and happy Sunday. You guys know I absolutely love Sunday. Sunday is the best day of the week because it's all about me. You guys know every Sunday I love to pamper myself. I love to be treated like the true prince that I am so that for the following week I look fresh, alert, alive. You know, it takes a lot of work to stay looking like you don't take a lot of work to look good. Does that make sense? So because every Sunday I love to pamper myself, I figured why not take you guys along on the pamperation journey. So every Sunday I'm going to tell some crazy story time. Last Sunday I told you how I almost died when I lived in London. You guys absolutely loved that video. For today's video, I'm not only going to pamper and treat myself right, but we're going to do a pop culture recap and cover all of today's hot drama. This week was totally lit and full of celebrity drama, YouTube drama, so much drama we've got to talk about. So without further ado, let's dive right into today's video. Another Sunday pamperation. By the end of this video, we're going to look a cool 10 years younger. I'm also going to fill you guys in on today's pop culture recap. We're going to talk about everything, including a little bit of YouTube drama, Tanacon. Let's do it. All right, guys, so let's start this pamperation process off correctly. I'm going to be using two masks today, a little bit of multi-masking. I'm going to be using the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold mask. Now, I've actually reviewed both of these masks before, as well as the Peter Thomas Roth purifying black mask. I'll link both of these reviews down below. That way you guys can get the full tea on each mask. But today I'm just going to do a little bit of multi-masking while we cover all of this celebrity drama. So let's just start with the colloidal gold mask. This is for firming and tightening. I'm going to use it just under the under eye area here. It's also going to add a little bit of luminescence, brightening, tightening. I mean, what more could you want in the under eye area? All right, guys, so let's just dive right into the celebrity drama by talking about 2017 and 2018's most famous person, most popped off person. This is undebatable. This is undeniable. Cardi B. I'm sorry, like Nicki Minaj right now is trying to do a comeback, but Cardi B is on everyone's lips. It's just the way it is. So I'm sure you guys have heard the drama with Cardi B. Oh my gosh, I'm sure you guys know last year she got proposed to on stage. It was everywhere. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I'm sure you guys have heard it. The engagement happened not long before her pregnancy announcement. Well, it turns out Cardi B has been married this entire time. Yeah, her and one other person, her cousin, went with Offset. That's her fiance, or I guess her husband. And they got married at the courthouse before that public proposal even happened. So that whole public proposal on stage, that was all a sham. She was already married at this point. Now, her fiance did say that he still wants to have a big wedding with her, and that's why they went through with the public proposal and blah, blah, blah. All I can say, all I can smell is promotion, promotion, promotion. This was all Cardi B promotion. Am I shocked? No. Am I happy for them? Yeah, congratulations on being married. But I mean, I'm not congratulating you on duping us all into thinking you were only engaged when you were really married. Why wouldn't you just say that you got married? But I was a little bit disappointed to find out that they've lied all this time because that stunt happened like a couple months ago. And I mean, first she tried to lie about her pregnancy, or I guess not lie, but like hide her pregnancy. Then she also hid that she got married. I mean, that's just a lot of lying and misleading. But I do have to say, did you guys see Cardi B's Coachella set? Those strippers that were swinging from the poles behind her, I was like scared they were going to drop off. They were doing some serious acrobatics. That was like Cirque du Stripper. I was just like, oh, Cardi B. And she was there pregnant and she was giving it and these strippers were like flying around. I remember one girl with orange hair. I'm sure if you guys watched the Cardi B Coachella set, you guys can remember this orange stripper. I mean orange haired stripper, but like she was doing the craziest acrobatics and swinging her hair around. I was like, man, this chick is on another level. She was turned up for Coachella. So anyway, I can barely believe that Cardi B is actually married. But in other singer news, rapper news, singer news, did you guys hear Demi Lovato, unfortunately, is no longer sober anymore? Oh, this is so disheartening. You guys, I'm a huge Demi Lovato fan, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. I've watched all of her documentaries. You know, she was a serious addict. She's also a beautiful singer on top of all of this. She said at one time she would fill up 2-liter bottles of Sprite full of vodka, take them on her private plane and just like drink the whole thing. I'm sure you guys remember everything escalated into like prescription pills and her beating up a dancer on an airplane. But she was reformed and living the sober life. When she was a judge on X Factor, she was actually in a sober living home, which is crazy. A big job like an X Factor judge, and then you're actually living in a group sober home. So that's pretty commendable. But a couple weeks ago, I did hear that she fell off the wagon. She's been hanging out with some questionable people. and then she just announced that she is no longer sober. I listened to her new song, Not Sober, and it's so sad to hear someone struggle with addiction. I mean, especially serious addiction like that. And then to struggle with it in public must be so hard. I mean, everyone's watching everything you do, all your slip-ups. But what I think is the silver lining is if she's fallen back off the wagon, but she's admitting it so early and like writing songs about it, do you think that her self-awareness is different? So like maybe she knows that she's screwed up now, so it won't be as bad as before, or maybe this is just like a slip, but she'll get back on the sober path. I mean, this could all be for publicity as well. I mean, you just never know these days. Celebrities, apparently there's a new album coming. I mean, celebrities say anything. Now, unless you've been living under an absolute rock this week, you guys, I'm sure you've heard that Beyonce and Jay Z put out a joint album. They're also on the Run Tour 2, which I've watched on YouTube. Kind of looks similar to their On the Run 1 tour. But anyway, they released a new album, Love Is Everything. I did listen to the whole thing. I did stream it on Tidal first, like the rest of the world, getting their 100th free trial of Tidal. What did you guys think? Ugh, I'm such a big Beyonce fan and a Jay Z fan. So, you know, obviously it's like automatically I'm gonna love whatever they put out. But this album just didn't really do it for me. I can't believe I just said that. Now, I've actually seen Beyonce in concert. My mom and I went to the Formation tour about 2 years ago. It was absolutely insane. She was insane. She's obviously the best performer. I found that the album was way too slow and that it really didn't give me enough of an inside look of their fight when Jay Z cheated on Beyonce. I thought that I would learn some more details, or that it would be more like dramatic or cinematic, like they would start off kind of like really fighting with these angry tracks and then they would kind of like heal as the album went on, kind of like the Lemonade album. But I just didn't get that with this album, and I was definitely disappointed. So that leads us right into this next story, where Jay Z and Beyonce's album Love Is Everything didn't even get to #1. They were beat out by 5 Seconds of Summer. Can you believe it? 5 Seconds of Summer. I even saw that Beyonce and Jay Z streamed their album for free on Spotify, which never happens with them, in an attempt to try and get to #1, but it didn't even work. I can't believe it. But in this day and age, the way that they measure success in streaming and stuff, everything is so different and so skewed. Some things are streamed more and worth more, or if things are purchased, or if things are streamed, they're not counted equal. Like the way that they just measure and compare music these days is just like a little bit weird. You know, I was actually just reading an article about this, and it said that one purchased song is equivalent to 1,000 free streams. So for everyone that purchases a single song, it's worth 1,000 streams. Isn't that just a little bit crazy? Okay, now that my skin looks absolutely crazy, we're just gonna let this mask sit on my skin for about 5 more minutes, and let me tell you guys about our next topic. Brigitte Nielsen gave birth at age 54. Brigitte Nielsen, I'm sure you guys, I remember her from the Surreal Life, like VH1 Surreal Life. I know she had a whole career before that, kind of before my time, but I remember her just being a crazy on the Surreal Life, marrying Flava Flav, then like them having their own show. Anyway, she gave birth at age 54. Good on her. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. I imagine it takes lots of rest and rejuvenation, recuperation to like grow a child at 54. Like I just imagine I would be on bed rest. By 54, I would just be posted up in bed, especially if I'm pregnant, like with my ding ding ding, like I'm hungry, I'm just gestating over here. But this is such a hot topic with everyone chiming in on if she's too old to have a kid. And I say in this day and age, like 54 is not what 54 was years ago. The whole age range is skewed. People are living longer, they're living happier, healthier lives. And I mean, if she has the money and support to raise a child, why not? Now, taking a total left turn, did you guys hear what Kim Kardashian announced this week? And I totally agree with. And I mean, I can't believe people aren't talking about this sooner. Kim Kardashian announced that she is over and no longer taking selfies. Duh. Selfies are so 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. If you're still reaching your arm out to take a selfie, get it together, girl. Selfies are so over. It's all about getting someone to take your picture or setting up that cheeky tripod, getting a little Bluetooth remote, do a little click, click, click. But no longer is reaching out your arm and taking a selfie an acceptable way of taking a picture. At the very least, set up your self timer, walk back, and then take the picture. Like if you're still taking a selfie, I totally agree with Kim Kardashian. It's actually so funny and ironic that she's so publicly stating that she's not taking selfies anymore, considering she put out a whole selfie book, which I own. It's by my bedside. Some people keep the Bible by their bedside. Some people keep the Kim Kardashian selfie book. But I totally agree. Selfies are so over, and Kim Kardashian is just like the pinnacle. Kim isn't even the person that pushes the cultural button. Kim is the cultural button. Whatever Kim does, the rest of the world follows suit. All right, now for a little bit of YouTube drama, and I'm sure that's the reason why some of you clicked on this video, because you saw Tanacon in the title. Tanacon, 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 Tanaconned thousands of people. Oh, you guys, I'm sure you've seen all the videos this week on Tanacon falling to pieces. 15 to 20,000 people showed up to Tanacon. A really quick backstory, Tana Mojo, I'm sure you guys have heard of her here on YouTube. She's like one of those crazy YouTube stars. She is a hot mess. Tana had a big kerfluffle with VidCon, got kicked out of VidCon, and decided to start her own Tanacon or Tana convention. She had a 500-seater convention center. She sold 5,000 tickets for 500-seater, and then 15 to 20,000 people showed up. If you guys saw all the pictures of people waiting in line for hours and hours and hours to get inside, people were burnt to a crisp, like skin peeling off, bright red lobster. There was mobs, there was people chanting. The line went around the parking lot like a zigzag, like forever and ever and ever. You guys can imagine 15 to 20,000 people. People were going to see their favorite creators like Shane, like Tana. They were waiting in the hot sun. There was no water, there was no food. It was just a total disaster. But seriously, what did you guys expect? It was Tana Mojo. Everything Tana touches turns to ashes, you guys. This is not a surprise. It actually wouldn't be a surprise if this were all a setup and if she actually wanted it to fail from the start. That doesn't seem like such a weird scenario, does it, you guys? Am I the only one that thinks that? Anyway, Tana went on the same apology tour that she does every time she screws up. You know, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. She did an Instagram live telling like yada, yada, yada. I really don't even care. All the creators that were supposed to be there were so apologetic, like Shane. Even James Charles, Tana's friend, sent out a couple of tweets just like distancing himself from Tana because she was just making no sense, like always, so it is what it is. I'm curious to see if Tana will recover from this, especially with other influencers and other creators kind of like publicly outing her or bashing her. What do you guys think? Time is up on these masks. I'm just gonna go rinse them off. I'll meet you guys right back here. Okay guys, so I went ahead and rinsed those face masks off, and let me tell you, my skin is looking so bright, so luminous. I almost forgot to tell you, I'm sure some of you have been looking over my shoulder and wondering, Trevor, what is this? Let me tell you, this is my vintage Britney Spears in concert doll. Now guys, I am obsessed with Britney Spears. I've seen her 5 times in concert, and I actually unboxed this vintage doll over on my IGTV channel, which is the last topic that I'm going to talk about in today's video. What do you guys think about IGTV? My head is just like spinning and it's an explosion. Is IGTV going to replace YouTube? Like, I'm already paranoid that IG shopping is going to replace Amazon. Like, is Instagram just going to be this mega company moving forward? IGTV is the first video sharing platform made to share vertical videos like the shape of your cell phone screen. So that means that you can't just duplicate content to go from YouTube straight to your IGTV. You need to be filming 2 separate contents. But I mean, now if you're going to start IGTV, now is the time to start. Well, there's not a lot of users on the platform. It's a good time to get views. It's a good time to be seen, exposure. If you're an early adopter of IGTV, your channel is probably going to be promoted even more. But I mean, that's so stressful because that's 2 kinds of content. And I mean, that's just like, as if YouTube wasn't enough work to add in IGTV. Oh my gosh. But all that being said, make sure you check out that unboxing video over on my IGTV. And that, guys, is a wrap on this Sunday's Pamperation session, this Sunday's Hangout session, this Sunday's one-on-one. I just love hanging out with you guys on Sundays, chit-chatting, catching up, story times, teas, hot topics, pop culture. I mean, I wish Sunday was every day of the week. Hopefully I brought you guys up to speed on today's pop culture recap. And not only brought you up to speed, but like brought you up to speed in a sick Ferrari cruising down the highway, hair blown in the wind. We're talking up to speed. If you guys like this style of video, let me know in the comments down below, and by giving this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more pop culture recaps or more story times, definitely let me know, you guys. If you want to hang out with me even more between now and next video, you can always watch more right here. And you can subscribe right here. Just want to give a special shout out to you guys for reaching 3,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? Congratulations to us. If you made it to the end of this video, I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching another video and for hanging out with me and spending even more time with me. Until the next video, I can't wait to see you then. Bye.